Good day. I have some prepared remarks. All right, here we go. I wrote this morning in my orange notebook from the dollar store. Look at this. Look at the binding. Isn't that cool? Start before you're ready. That's going to be the name of this one. Here we go. Check. I guess I better get on the mic a little more. Hello. Hi. It's Wednesday, August 28th. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to start over. I started over in my prepared remarks here. It's Wednesday, August 27th. I've given myself a year to either shit or get off the pot. If I don't have a path to a viable music career by August 1st of next year, I'm out of the game, at least professionally. Is what I'm trying to do even possible? Is it actually what I want? We don't know. We're going to find out. Cutscene.
Du hast mich gefragt und ich hab nichts gesagt.
So the first thing I did this week was analyze my results. I've been doing this for 6 weeks now, and I've been tracking my hours, and I've noticed some patterns. Number one, I underestimate how long everything is going to take. Number two, I take on too much, hashtag ADHD problems. Number three, I've been working on average 3.5 hours a day at this. It's all I can justify right now, I think. I got 2 small kids, my wife's back to work. I am splitting my time between this and another job where I'm working remotely. My working hours are pretty much during daycare or after the kids go to bed. So that may become an issue down the road. I've certainly heard people say, like, if you want to make it in the music business, you got to work 12 hours a day. And while I don't mind putting that time in, it is a drag for the people around me. So that may be a limiting factor that just makes this impossible for me. But I would rather find that out than sit around and wonder if it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? All right, number 4, a review process is essential to creating better media. Every time I watch one of these things, I see something I would have done differently. And sometimes I'm just in such a hurry to get them at the door that they're not as good as they could have been if they'd had a little bit more time to simmer, a little bit more of an editing process. So number 5 is, but I don't usually have time. A lot of these have been the result of like last minute working till 3 a.m. Like that was my pattern for a while. I can't do that this weekend. Number 6 is because I leave things until they need to be done. Capital N-E-E-D, need is capitalized. And number 7, I got this other list over here. Isn't that important? Remember the to-do list from the other week? That's just sitting around, kind of weighing on me. Number 8 is it's also too much. And number 9 is so we gotta chunk it up. The big list is not a week's work. I discovered that it's way too much to get done in 1 week. And it was never, some of those things are like, weren't going to get done the week of anyway, but then it becomes you got to figure out how to schedule it. So I decided I'm going to try and just do one of the things on that list per week. I've also been I've been practicing a little bit. I was practicing this morning. It was great. I hadn't been doing that. I love playing so much. It feels like I'm having trouble reading my own handwriting. It feels like the one thing I'm stealing time to do. That's why I do it first, because I do hit a point where it's like, okay, I got to stop. I got other stuff I have to do, but at least I did it. You know, if I left it until later in the day, it's very easy to run out of time and then you don't get to it. Stuff's feeling good. It's been nice to play the electric guitar, play through my drum machine, my looper setup. I was playing the piano after a summer of mainly playing acoustic guitar. It's good to take a break and it's good to come back. I've been spicing up some chords, getting a little bit jazzy in the bridge with one tune. Another one, I moved to the key of F after messing around on the piano, and which is not a key I would have ever thought to play it or any song in. But that one's feeling good. And it's funny, once you figure it out, I can put the capo on a 3rd fret and play a D shape. Now all of a sudden the song is easier to play too. I didn't really like the way that it sounded on guitar before. Now it feels great. One observation that I had is sometimes it can be easier to like get into more musically interesting stuff playing piano, because if you move around the conventional shapes of piano chords, you can generate some stuff that's pretty complex and pretty interesting more easily than you can on the guitar, although it is totally possible on the guitar too. But the guitar is more of a shape-driven instrument, I would say, where there are things that just work, like me playing that song using, pretty standard chords. just with a capo sounds good, feels good on the guitar, in a way that, that kind of movement on the piano. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is like I came up with some chords on the piano that I would never have thought to play on the guitar just because the shapes are weird. They're not that hard to play. I figured out how to do them on guitar, but it's not something I would have come up with. So otherwise, our goal for this week is to get out and talk to people. I said that last week. So we are going to do a short video this week. My mom is coming to visit on Saturday. I've got dinner reservations for my wedding anniversary. I can't spend that night working on this until 4 a.m. So I'm going to try and get it done. I'm going to try to get ahead of schedule this week. So I want to have this video plus the podcast and my newsletter done by Friday afternoon. So my hope is by doing the short one that next week we can be ahead of schedule. We'll find out.